Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Meteorologist Robertson bringing you a quick update on what's going on outside today, what's going on for the rest of the weekend, also into next week. We are going to be talking a little bit about tropics too. The Atlantic Basin is waking up a little bit as we head into the end of June, so we have a lot to chat about today. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. If you can hear me, let me know too. Yesterday I realized the button wasn't on and I was chatting for about 60 seconds and no one could hear me. So let me know if you can hear me just fine. Let me know where you're watching from this morning as well. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below and I'll try to answer anything that you ask. But this morning you can kind of see here, the heat is on. We're already at 90 degrees in Tampa. We are very close to the noon mark here, but we are already nice and toasty as we approach the noon hour. 90 degrees in the city, 84 in Lakeland, 88 in Bradenton this morning. The dew points are on the rise. The last few days, they have been pretty decent, you know, in those 60s, a very unseasonable dry air mass over us, and we took it with open arms. It was just very welcoming. We'd love to see it, but that is changing. We're in a transition day. You can see our dew point change. It's pretty significant, compared to yesterday. About a 10-degree swing, all right? So dew points are back in that sticky category, actually a little above that, depending on where you are. You can see our dew point scale here at 11 o'clock. Yeah, 72 degrees. We're in that oppressive range. Comparatively speaking, earlier this week on Tuesday, we saw dew points in the upper 50s, low 60s. That is huge. That is really comfortable air for this time of year. So that was a treat. The treat is done. Treats don't last for long, obviously. And we're going to kind of stay in this range throughout the rest of the week, unfortunately. So not really seeing much of a difference there as we head into the weekend with the added on humidity and with the heat already. Temperatures are in the low 90s. That has allowed for a heat advisory go into effect, that triggered one, but just for our northern coast. So Citrus County, Hernando County, you're under that heat advisory for today, starting at noon, lasting until 7 p.m. Everybody's going to be nice and toasty today, but up there, feel like temperatures can get up to 108 to 112. Very, very hot, all right? So make sure that if you're in those areas highlighted, stay hydrated, stay in the AC as much as you can, and limit your time outside. But once again, it will be a hot day throughout the entire state of Florida. And not just hot here, it's hot across a lot of the southeast, so we're still being influenced by that ridge of high pressure. So we have high heat advisories, in effect for much of the Gulf Coast. It's going to feel real swampy and disgusting up there today. Most of northern Florida, if not all of northern Florida, and then there's that bullseye of an excessive heat warning in southern Georgia. So it just feels completely awful down there. And these heat alerts extend all the way into eastern Texas. So a lot of people under heat alerts once again today, unfortunately. And we're not really going to see a lot of rain to cool us down once again. So today we'll continue to see temperatures climb. As you can see, our satellite and radar is nice and quiet. On days like this, we like to see a nice little downpour because that really helps to cool us off. We're not really going to see that today. So you can see just radio silence out there on our satellite and radar, not just here, but throughout a lot of the country that is being influenced by high pressure this morning. Everything is taking so long to load. So that's unfortunate. But you can see where that clockwise circulation is, with that high just centered kind of along the southern Gulf Coast there near Texas, and then a few showers and storms firing up along that ring of fire kind of around the ridge or the dome of high pressure. So we really won't see a lot of rain today, unfortunately. The heat is going to be the main story once again, and of course not just here in Florida. Check out the highs across the country. This is why the southeast is dealing with heat advisories and excessive heat warnings for once again. 97, I'm from Atlanta, 97 degrees in Atlanta. I know my parents are already bleh. They don't like that. 100 degrees in Alexandria, Louisiana, 97 in New Orleans, 100 degrees in Houston, triple digits all across the eastern part of Texas. It is disgusting across a lot of the South today. And this was planned. Last week, we showed you all the extended outlook with temperatures. And just in this area, right in the deep south, there was a bullseye showing that above average heat is going to be in play for another week, and we are seeing this play out. So this was a part of the forecast that played out, and unfortunately that heat has climbed into Florida, where we tend to deal with, of course, excessive heat this time of year, or really high temperatures compared to the rest of the country. But we are really feeling it today, especially with that lack of rain. That really would help us cool off in the afternoon, but really not seeing that. We pray for rain this time of year. But as we get into the weekend, we are going to see a better chance for scattered showers and storms. Goodness, 101 in Jacksonville. How about that? Hey, Nicole from Bradenton. Sheila, Hernando under heat warning. No, not a heat warning, just a heat advisory for you. Just make sure that you're taking your time and staying inside as much as you can. No excessive heat warnings. That's the only area that's seeing that is southern Georgia, where temperatures are just incredibly hot. You can see that pink out there on the map. But Citrus County and Hernando County, yes, you're going to see some pretty high heat today. So just keep that in mind and stay hydrated, and make sure that you're taking care of people, leaving no pets and people inside cars and whatnot, as heat indices could climb up to 108 to 112 in some spots. It's going to be very hot up there. And you're welcome, Sheila. Pamela, once again, high in Bakersfield. These temperatures in Bakersfield, I mean, really close to temperatures in Texas today, unfortunately. And these are the air temperatures. Let's just imagine to feel like temperatures in Texas. Way hotter than 100 degrees. Nicole, you don't have to be rude. She said, okay, we know it's hot. So when will it rain or hurricane? I'm going to get to it. Just hold on tight. Think about these streams is that we can chat for a little bit longer. We don't have to wrap everything up in 3 minutes. So that was my next segue. It is hot today. We're going to see more rain as we get into the weekend. And you can see here on our atmospheric moisture map, this is the big change. It's been pretty dry. You can see that indicated by the yellow there in the south of the state. That was the air that was over us over the last couple of days, and it was really summertime pleasant. Now, as we get into the week, and we have this cold front is actually going to be moving through. Moisture ahead of that front will be pooling, and that will help to support a few more scattered showers and storms, and you will feel a difference in the air. Today, you already feel that humidity change compared to the last few days. Heading into the weekend, it is going to be very humid. And this abundant moisture is just one ingredient to get these tropical downpours to form. So we have the instability, we have tropical moisture, we have a little bit of the lift from the front to the north. That is a good setup here to get a few storms to fire off throughout the day, mainly in the afternoon and through the evening. And I'll show you the timing in just a second here. But even for your Friday, we're going to start seeing scattered showers and storms. And here is where we can see them. I'm trying to get this to load here. Oops, I got this out of the way. All right, so for your Thursday, not a lot of rain. You can see temperatures are going to continue to climb. Check out those temperatures throughout the afternoon, nice and hot. But this is around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. A few showers try to form kind of later on in the day, not really when we could really use it during the peak heat. We like to see a shower or storm around now or around 1 to 2 o'clock. But a few showers will arrive, mainly impacting our inland spots in eastern Florida. You can kind of see along I-4 there where a few showers could form. Nothing too intense for your Thursday. Friday, though, we can see a better batch of more intense and heavy downpours, especially along and north of I-4. If you have any travel plans, keep that in mind. Central Florida has the best shot of seeing some of these heavy tropical downpours. I'm going to go into this next extended model here so we can really get into Friday. If it loads. Gosh, it's been taking so long to load today, unfortunately, but you can see Friday, there we go, 5 o'clock. Look at those showers forming along I-4. If you're in Polk County, keep in mind a heavy downpour is certainly possible as we head into the start of the weekend. During your commute time, maybe heading to happy hour, doing whatever Friday activities. Then as we get into 6 or 7 o'clock, a few of those showers will try to push towards the coast. They will try. The coast has a little less a chance for rain compared to Polk County, Hardy, DeSoto, and Highlands County as we get into Friday afternoon and evening. And those storms will dissipate eventually. So later that night, looking pretty good. Overnight on Saturday, still looking pretty good. This is going to be a big weekend for a lot of people. We have Pride here in St. Pete. There's just so much going on. And so it's really important to talk about this forecast here. Some people are going to be outside. This is 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Now models are showing and hinting at a few showers forming. I'm just now looking at this. A few showers forming along the coast. And the thing about these models, they just kind of change throughout the day here. So as we get new data, we get a better idea what to expect as we head closer and closer to these days. So this is still about 2 days out. Saturday morning, you can see a few showers trying to form along the coast. So there could be a few coastal showers in the morning as early as 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. And then these scattered showers will push towards our inland counties. This is 5 o'clock here. You can see a few showers still lingering around. So not rain all day. Yes, there will be a good chance that everybody's going to see a downpour, but there will be breaks. I believe the Pride Parade starts at 4 o'clock. Ooh. So it would be better if we got some of these showers at the coast going a little earlier on in the day, so that if you're heading out to the parade, you don't really have to worry about too much rain. But we just have to, is one of those days where we'll have to keep an eye on the radar very closely if you have any outdoor plans, because scattered showers and storms will be around throughout the duration of your day. It won't be raining on top of you all day, but just keep that in mind. Even as we get into 8 o'clock, see a few showers are still around as they try to head back kind of towards I-75, back towards the Tampa area. So on and off showers are certainly possible on Saturday, and that similar pattern will continue into Sunday too. This is where our model stops, so I can't go all the way ahead into Sunday here, but expects a few scattered showers and storms to still linger around for the end of your weekend. Mainly late morning, early afternoon. All right, so here's St. Pete Pride. Here's your forecast. Saturday, 92 degrees is your expected high. Oof, toasty. All right, 60% chance for rain. Sunday, we go up to 70% chance. 87 degrees. A little more rain will help to keep those temperatures below 90, which is welcoming, but we have a trade-off. We have rain. So a little less heat, a little more rain. That's how we're gonna really wrap up the weekend here. So that is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let's talk about tropics. There is an area that we're watching, nothing to worry about right now. So we're good for now, but we will definitely be keeping an eye on this forecast here, because it's time of year where we're starting to see some activity. It's been pretty quiet. We had Tropical Storm Alex that formed earlier this year. It dumped heavy rain across South Florida. It did nothing for us. But it formed eventually once it got into the Atlantic. We haven't had anything to form since, and we could get our next storm here, possibly end of June into July. Possibly, and here's why. So we have sea surface temperatures very warm, very warm. Check out that sensor, Clearwater, 88 degrees. That is just fuel for these storms, and you can kind of see where the warm temperatures and warm waters are extending. It is just bath water, fever running temperatures in the Gulf. You can kind of see where those peaks are. Very warm, but even out all the way into the tropical Atlantic, all the way into the coast of Africa, we're seeing temperatures that are at 80 degrees or warmer. 80 degrees is that sweet spot. Hurricanes like to form in water that is at 80 degrees. So we're starting to see more activity because we have warm waters out there. Now, there's this one area that looks kind of subtropical out off of the eastern seaboard here. I'm not worried about that one at all, but I'm a little more concerned of this area that the National Hurricane Center is officially monitoring and giving some development chances here. There's a strong tropical wave moving off of the coast of Africa, and it looks like there's a potential that it could form closer to the Windward Islands as we get into next week. Right now, a 20% chance of any development within the next 5 days. So within the next 5 days, we're good. Low development chances. But as we get closer and closer into next week, we could possibly see the center of low pressure kind of form right where you see that yellow area, that hashed area there. So really close to the Caribbean. Right now, some ensemble members are hinting that there could be a low forming somewhere, a center somewhere right there near the Caribbean. And there are models hinting at further development later down the line. I don't really like to show model runs that are about 2 weeks out. Because so many things can change. But for now, nothing to worry about, but potential development is possible within the next 5 days in that hashed yellow area. So the wave has to organize way more. It's not super, or you can see it's very sloppy as it's coming off of the coast of Africa, and it is fighting with a little bit of dry air as well, some of that Saharan dust, but is going to get into an area that's going to be more conducive for development as we get into possibly the middle of next week, maybe Wednesday or into Thursday once it gets closer to the Caribbean. And then from there, we'll see what happens, all right? But for now, we're looking pretty good, but we do have the ingredients to very warm waters. Not too much shear out there at this point. There still is a good bit, but it can go into an area where there's not a lot of wind shear, getting out of that dustiness from the African coast. And of course, I just showed you those temperatures in the water. It's just prime for hurricane development. So we'll have to see what happens as we get into the next few days. Very, very interesting to see how that plays out. But for now, we're looking pretty good or very quiet. And we're going to enjoy the rest of our quiet Thursday before the storms come about and before any type of tropical systems even come close to the United States, which for now, that's no time soon. So I'm going to wrap it up here. We have the noon show starting in 2 minutes. It's going to get a little loud here, so I try to wrap it up before 12. If you have any questions, of course, hit me up on my Facebook page, and I will try to answer them then. In the meantime, let's see if anyone has any questions on my other page. Nope. All right, cool. I'm wrapping it up here. I'll see you all later at 4 o'clock for another update and possibly another tropics update if they update anything, which I don't think there's going to be many updates from now until 4 o'clock. But in the meantime, have a good rest of your Thursday. I will see you all soon. Bye.